I guess I'm fine.
Sorry, you've got some.
I guess I'm fine today.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, I'm just turning down my volume. Can you hear me okay, Michael?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Good, good. Hello, Tuklin.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Hello, Hakan. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And hello, Paula. How are you, Paula?
I'm great.
Good. Welcome back, Paula. It's great to have you back.
Okay.
Okay, can everyone turn their cameras on, please, so I can see you? Hello, Zungha. How are you?
Hi, I feel very tired and sleepy.
You are tired and sleepy. Okay. Have you had a busy week, Zungha?
Almost, I have to get ready for a performance at my school for teacher days.
Sorry, you have to get ready for what did you say?
For a performance,
Performance.
yeah.
Yeah, what sort of performance?
It's like a dance performance.
Oh, really? You do some dancing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? What sort of dancing?
It's done on a song that about teacher.
Yeah.
We dance with some instrument like fan
Right.
and wearing a long dress.
Okay. Okay. So this is like traditional Vietnamese dancing?
Almost,
Is
I
it
think so.
almost? Okay, good. That sounds very interesting, Zungha. Have you had to practice for a while for this?
We must have to practice for a while, but we don't have much time, so
Right.
we just have almost like one day to do it.
Only one day to practice?
Yeah.
Wow, that's not very long.
Yeah.
Not very long. Okay. Oh, well, good luck with that, Zungha.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, Tone. How are you? Good. Good to see you again. Sorry, I can't hear you very well, Tone. Can you hear me, Tone? I can't hear you so well. Can you hear me all right, Tone?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay. Hello, Cho Zhang. How are you?
Yes, I'm great.
Good, good. Can you pull your camera down, please, Cho Zhang, so I can see you? Thank you. Paula, I can't see you either. Now I can. Okay, that's good. And Hakan, I can't see you. Okay, now I can, almost. Can you pull your camera down a little bit, please, to Hakan, so I can see you a bit better? Okay, thank you. Okay, so everyone, how many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, welcome to class for today. I hope you've all had a good week, and especially welcome back to Paula, who has just had a week practicing how to be a soldier. Isn't that right, Paula?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun. Is that right, Paula? It was fun.
It was fun.
Oh, that's great. Okay. But you don't want to be a soldier full
No, I don't
time?
want. No.
No. Okay.
Okay. I think I have like something like nearly as OCD.
OCD?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're really strict about So, they're really strict about like your personal.
Of course, they're very strict. Well, that is the army. They're very strict, of course. Right. Do you have to do this your school once every year, Paula?
Yeah, once every year we'll go for about like a week.
Just a week. Okay, that's not so bad. Not so bad. Okay. I'm just waiting for hello Knock. Knock has just joined us. Hello Knock. Okay, she can't hear me yet. All right, so we will get started. So, can you hear me, Knock?
Hello.
Hello, Knock. How are you?
Good.
Good, good. So, are you all ready for your IELTS test?
No, I haven't.
So when is the test? Is it tomorrow?
No, it's on November 19, but I think it will be cancelled.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Actually, like the British Council in Vietnam need to finish some of the procedure related to like related to the Ministry of Education in Vietnam.
Right.
So they cancel the test.
Okay. Okay. So you still have some time to prepare. That's good.
Yeah, but
Good.
I'm kind of exhausted. I just want to put an end to this.
Right. Okay. You want to get it finished with. You want to get it out of the way. I understand that. Okay. Can you please turn your camera on, by the way, Knock? I can't see you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. That's better. Hi, Knock. Now I can see you. Thank you. All right, everybody. So we are going to get started now. So we are going to do a couple of tests today just for revision and just to give you a chance to practice your English. And we're also going to be doing some writing and maybe some talking as well if we have time at the end. Does anyone have any questions for me before I start? Okay. Let's look at test number 1 for today. Okay, so what you have to do is choose the best adjective to complete each sentence. Now, each adjective must be used once only. Okay, so every adjective you are going to use once, you have to put it into the correct place. So I'll just give you 30 seconds or so to look at this. Knock, I'm going to start with you in a few seconds, then Cho Zhang, and then Tone. Okay, Knock, are you ready to go? You can do it as you read it.
Yes.
Okay, Knock, please read me the sentences with the correct word.
Okay, so cost to the hospital service could have serious consequences for disabled people.
Okay, just that word
Two.
here. Sorry, Knock, just this word here is pronounced disabled. It is pronounced disabled.
Disabled.
Disabled. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means?
It's like the
It
I
means
don't
you
know
have
how to
some problem.
explain it.
Means you have some problem with your body. For example, maybe you can't walk properly, okay,
Yeah.
or you can't see, or you can't hear properly. So disabled means you have some problem with your body, or maybe with your brain as well. Okay, so it's pronounced disabled. All right, number 2, please.
Nurses are often expected to work knock-on hours.
Okay, next one.
Number three.
Number 3.
Is
Oh, sorry, Knock. The internet is cutting out a little bit. Can you do number 3 again, please?
oh, okay. People.
Yeah, number 3.
Reading it. People claim the cartoon harmful influence on young. Okay, it's a people.
Okay.
4. Always wear sunscreen to avoid the bad effects of the sun.
Number 5.
5. The congestion charge has had a big impact on traffic flow in the city. 6. It is annoying practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. 7. She has the common habit of tapping her pen on the desk. 8. The rise in oil prices will have a serious effect on other industries.
Okay, thank you, Knock.
Fine.
Thank you, Knock. Okay, that's fine. I know it's always hard going first in these things, I know. Okay, Cho Zhang, please. Cho Zhang.
Cut to the hospital service could have serious consequences for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work unsocial hours. People claim the cartoon series is a big influence, a bad influence on young people. Always wear sun cream to avoid the harmful effects on the sun. The congestion charge has had a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. She has the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk. The rise in oil prices will have a knock-on effect on other industries.
Okay, thank you, Cho Zhang. Just this word here, this is congestion, pronounced congestion. Congestion. Congestion means crowded. Okay, so it happens in some cities in the world. If you drive your car into the city, they charge you money. Okay, it's called a congestion charge, or it's to try and stop people driving their cars into the city that is already full of other cars. Does that make sense, Cho Zhang?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so for example, congested is a synonym for crowded. I could say, for example, some streets in Hanoi are very congested. Just means crowded, means a lot of people. Okay, Tone, please. Tone.
The hospital service could have serious consequences for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work knock-on hours. People claim the cartoon series is is a unsocial influence on young people. Always wear sunscreen to avoid the harmful effects of the sun. The congestion charge has had a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. She has a annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk. The rise in oil price will have a bad effect on other industries.
Okay, thank you, Tone. Zung Ha. So Zung Ha and then Paula, then Hakan. Okay, so Zung Ha, please.
Cuts to the hospital service could have serious consequences for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work unsocial hours. People claim cartoon series is a bad influence on young people. Always wear sun cream to avoid the harmful effects of the sun. The concession charge has had a big impact on traffic flows in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. She has the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk. The rise in oil price will have a knock-on effect on other industry.
Okay, thank you, Zung Ha. Paula.
Okay, cuts the hospital service could have serious consequences for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work in social hours. People claim the cartoon series is a bad influence on young people. Always wear sun cream to avoid the harmful effects of the sun. The congestion charge has had a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. She has the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk, and the rise in oil prices will have a knock-on effect on other industries.
Okay, thank you, Paula. Just remember this one here is pronounced 10%. You said 10 percentage. So it's 10%. Okay, thank you. Hakan, please.
Cuts to the hospital service could have a serious consequence for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work in knock-on hours. People claim the current series is a social influence on young people. Always wear sun cream to avoid the harmful effects of the sun. The congestion charge has a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is a common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. She has the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk, and the rise in oil price will have bad effects on other industries.
Okay, thank you, Hakan. Tuklin, please.
Cut to the hospital service could have knock-on consequences for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work unsocial hours. People claim the cartoon series is a bad influence on young people. Always wear sun cream to avoid the harmful effect of the sun. The congestion charge have had a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. She had the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk. The rise in oil price will have a serious effect on other industries.
Okay, and last, Michael.
Cuts to the hospital service will have a serious consequence for disabled people. Nurses are often expected to work in social hours. People claim the cartoon series is a bad influence on young people. Always wear sun cream on to avoid the harmful effect of the sun. The congestion charge has a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. It has a annoying impact of the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk. The rise in oil prices will have a knock-on effect on other industries.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Michael. All right. Thank you, everybody. Most of you did pretty well on this. Remember, it said, while some words could fit one or two sentences, remember you're supposed to use the best one to complete each sentence, and each adjective should be used once only. Okay, so in this case, it's the best adjective. So you have to choose sometimes between a couple of them. I'll give you the answers and I will let you know everyone's score. Number 1, cuts to the hospital service could have serious consequences for disabled people. And just remember, this word here is pronounced disabled. Disabled is the opposite of what, Paula? Sorry, you're eating your sandwich. I can see.
No, it's not a sandwich. It's a paper.
Ah, it's paper. Okay, sorry, looked like a sandwich from here. What is the opposite of disabled? Do you know?
I think it's just normal people.
Ah, no, the word. Give me the word.
Mm,
The opposite. Word that means the opposite of disabled. Do you know?
enabled.
Close. It is abled. Abled.
Able?
Yeah, abled or able people. It means you are able to do something, means you can do something. So disabled means you can't do something. Or you can have, by the way, disabled machinery too. It means machinery that doesn't work. Okay, so something that is disabled means it doesn't work properly. Okay, serious was number 1. Nurses are often expected to work unsocial hours. People claim the cartoon series is a bad influence on young people. Always wear sun cream to avoid the harmful effects of the sun. Everyone got that correct. The congestion charge, this word is pronounced congestion. It just means crowded. A congested street is a crowded street. The congestion charge has had a big impact on traffic flow in the city. It is common practice to include a 10% service charge on the bill. I think everyone got that correct. She has the annoying habit of tapping her pen on the desk. Everyone got that. And the rise in oil prices will have a knock-on effect on other industries. For those of you who are not sure, knock-on means if one thing happens, something else will happen because of that. So, for example, if the price of oil goes up, then the price of petrol for your car will go up. And if the price of petrol for cars goes up, then usually things that get carried by cars and trucks, the price of those will go up too. So that is what is called a knock-on effect. It means if one thing happens, other things will follow because of that one thing. That is knock-on. Okay, so like I say, most of you did pretty well on that. Michael, you got 8. Tuklin 6, Hakan 6, Paula 8, Zungha 8, Tone 5, Chojang 8, and Nok 3. And don't worry, Nok, always hard to go first. with this sort of thing when you didn't get much chance to hear what everyone else was saying. All right. Any questions about any of those words? All right, here we go with another quick test. All right, we're going to be looking at basic words and phrases you should know. Now, we've done this several times over the last month or two, so you should be able to answer these very easily. All right, so looking at writing task one, okay, the first sentence in writing task one, you would usually start writing something like this, okay? The graph, chart, table, map, diagram shows, okay? Shows. What I want you to give me now is 4 synonyms for shows. And the reason we're doing this is because, remember, we need to know synonyms to paraphrase. To paraphrase your first sentence or paragraph in writing task one, I'm sure you all remember this now, is a paraphrase of the title. Okay, and P, of course, P for paraphrase being the first letter in the acronym POT, which I'm sure you all know by now. Tuk Lin. Tuk Lin.
Yes.
Hello, Tuk Lin. Can you remember what POT stands for? The acronym POT. Okay, when answering writing task one.
Part is the paraphrase.
Yeah.
Overview. And
Correct.
2
detailed paragraphs. Very good, Tuk Lin. Excellent. Good memory. That is exactly right. So that is why we need to know synonyms. Okay. And the more synonyms we know, the better, because of course it shows our vocabulary. Okay, so 4 synonyms for the word shows. Michael, can you give me one, please?
That is illustrate.
Correct. That's one. Hakan, can you give me another one, please?
Describe.
Correct. Can you give me another one, please, Paula?
Compares.
Compares. No, not exactly the same as shows. Compares is something slightly different, isn't it? Remember, compares is you are comparing one thing with another thing.
Okay,
You know that. Sorry?
Demonstrates.
Yeah, demonstrates is good.
Okay.
Okay, so far we have illustrates, describes, demonstrates for shows. Zung Ha, can you think of another one?
No, I can't.
Okay. Tone, can you think of one, please?
Gives information.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear, Tone.
Give information.
Gives information. Yeah, that is one. Doesn't have to be just one word. You are correct. Gives information. Okay. Cho Zhang,
Yes.
can you think of another one? There's actually a couple more. Okay, so far we have illustrates, describes, demonstrates, gives information. Can you think of any more synonyms?
Maybe not.
Okay, and knock.
Yes.
Can you think of one? Another synonym for shows?
Depict.
Sorry, what was that?
Depict.
Depict, yes, yes, depict is correct. Okay, that's good. Let's see how many we got. Okay, I have here shows, illustrates, describes, demonstrates. So the only one we didn't get was reveals. Reveals. Okay, do you know this word, Zung Ha?
Yes.
Okay, reveals. So again, very handy to know all these synonyms to demonstrate, using that word, to demonstrate your vocabulary, your lexical knowledge, to be a little bit formal. Okay, so instead of so if the title of the graph in the test says shows, in your paraphrase, you use one of these other words. Okay, so illustrates, describes, demonstrates, reveals, gives information, depicts. There's a lot. Okay. Now we're looking at sentence 2. All right. In your second sentence or paragraph, once you've done your first sentence, there are 2 ways to start the sentence. Knock, can you tell me one of them?
What like 2 ways to start?
Yes,
the
tell me
sentence?
either a word or a phrase that you can start your
Oh,
second
like
sentence with.
overall.
Overall is correct. That is one of them. Thank you, Nok. Cho Zhang, do you know what the phrase is you can start this sentence with? Hello, Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, do you know what the phrase is you can start the second sentence in task 1 with?
General.
No. Okay, I will show you. So overall is one way you can describe, you can start the sentence with. The other one is this. Okay, it can be clearly seen that. Cho Zhang, can you read that for me, please?
It can be clearly seen that.
Okay, good. So remember, everybody, okay, this is how you can start the second paragraph or sentence, if you've only written one sentence for the first paragraph, to describe the main trends in the graph. Okay, it can be clearly seen that more people eat chocolate in Hanoi than in Ho Chi Minh City, or whatever the trend is, whatever the graph is talking about. It can be clearly seen that. It can be clearly seen that. Okay, Hakan, do you remember this, Hakan?
Remember.
Do you remember this? You can remember this. It will be
Yes.
useful for you, obviously, in
Okay.
doing test 1. Yes, it can be clearly seen that. Okay, there are a couple of other ways, of course, that you can paraphrase this, but generally, if you just need to remember one way to start the sentence, remember these words. It can be clearly seen that, and then just go on to describe the main points or trends in the graph. Or you can use the word overall if you think that is more suitable. But this one will do about 90% of graphs and charts. It can be clearly seen that. Okay, so please remember, write down this phrase if you haven't already done so. Okay. Here we go, some more synonyms. When describing a graph that goes like this, okay, you can say that it rises. What is another synonym, please, Tone?
Goes up.
Goes up, correct. That is one. Rises, goes up. Zungha. Can you think of another one?
Climb up.
Climbs. Climbs is better. Okay, so we've got rises, goes up, climbs. All right. Paula, can you think of one more?
Soar.
Soars. You can say soars. Yes, soars. Okay. Hakan, can you think of any more? You've got rises, goes up, climbs, soars. Anything
increase.
else? Sorry?
Increase.
Yes, easy one. Exactly. That is a simple one, but very effective. Increases. Increases. Something goes up, increases. Okay, very good. That is all of them. Okay, so again, for those of you who've got the test shortly, rises, goes up, climbs, soars, increases. On to the opposite now, when the graph goes down. Tuklin, can you give me a synonym for falls?
Decrease.
Decreases. Thank you. Decreases. Michael, another one, please.
Declines.
Declines. Excellent. Decreases, declines. Thank you. Knock. One more, please.
Reduce.
Reduces. Okay. There's one more very simple one. Chozhang. Chozhang.
Yes.
Another synonym for falls, please.
Go down.
Go down. And one that begins with D, please. Chozhang. Simple word,
Drop.
begins with D. Drops.
Drop.
Drops. Yeah, drops. Exactly. Drops. Drops. Okay, so falls, decreases, goes down, descends, drops, all of those. Again, good for demonstrating your vocabulary. Okay, if something doesn't change tone, what is another way of saying that? Remains. Remains what? Remains.
Unchanged.
Sorry, remains.
Remains unchanged.
Remains unchanged. Good. Remains unchanged. Doesn't change. Remains unchanged, or remains steady, or remains stable. Okay, something that doesn't change is stable. Stable. Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult for you because we've done this lots of time, but I just want to review to make sure everyone understands. Zhong Ha.
Yes.
The highest point on a graph is called what? Peak, correct. Okay. Paula, the lowest part of a graph is called the what?
Yeah.
Yeah. The lowest part of a graph is called what? What's another way of saying that? Sorry?
The lowest part?
I'm thinking of a synonym. The lowest part of a graph is the lowest part. What's another way of saying that? Okay, what am I doing, Paula? What am I doing?
A point?
Yes, yes,
The lowest point?
yes, correct. Okay, the lowest part of a graph is another way of saying that is the lowest point. The lowest point. Okay, is another way of saying that. Okay, Hakan, we're looking now at speed of change. You should say how fast or slowly something happens. Can you give me two synonyms for fast, please, Hakan?
Dramatic and sharp.
Think of another.
Dramatical and oh, not. It's light.
Yes.
I forgot.
No, you are right. You are right. You could say sharply or sharp. There was a sharp increase, means a fast increase. Dramatic increase. Not slight. No, not slight. Not for fast. Not for fast. So dramatic, you could use a sharp increase. There's another one, Hakan, that begins with R. Can you tell me what it is? It means fast. Something that is fast begins with R. Can you guess?
Oh no.
It is rapidly.
Oh,
Okay, rapid means fast. Okay, so you can, a fast increase is a sharp increase, a rapid increase, or a dramatic increase. Okay, thank you, Hakan. Tuklin.
Yes.
Okay, can you give me, please, 2 synonyms, if you can, for slowly?
Gradually.
Correct, that is one. Yes, one more. Can you do one more? For slowly. I'm thinking of one, begins with S. S-T, S-T, S-T-E. Yes, steady. Okay, a steady change is a slow change, something that is steady. It's very good. All right, so that's good. Most of you have a good idea of the synonyms, which again, as I say, is very useful for demonstrating your vocabulary. By the way, Tuklin.
Yes.
Tuklin, yes, you are my math expert, okay? Okay, what does this here, where I have the cursor, where I have the point here, Tuklin? Okay, what does, you see where I have the pointer, the cursor? Can you
I
see?
don't understand.
Can
Yeah,
you
I
see where I have the pointer? What does this sentence say?
Teaching different learning. What?
Not quite. What is this sign, Tuklin?
Difference. Or what?
Not quite. Okay, it is does not equal. Okay. Does not equal. You can see I have an equal sign with the cross through it. Okay. Teaching does not equal learning. All right. And I put this in here just to remind all of you that even though I am teaching and showing you things, of course, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are learning. Okay. You could be doing something else, thinking about something else, maybe thinking about what you are going to do tomorrow. You could be distracted by something else. Okay. So to have learning take place from these lessons, please, you must pay attention. Now, I know it can be hard sometimes. I know some of you are tired. Okay, I know you're busy. Some of you are hungry even. All right. But for teaching to equal learning means you must pay attention. Now, one of the reasons I don't give you homework is because I know how busy most of you are with other things. I know a lot of you have a lot of homework already, so I try not to give you homework, but I am going to give you some homework for next week. I'm just telling you about this now in case I forget for later on. Michael?
Yes,
Can you please read the homework for next week?
homework for next week. Think of a story to tell me. Something exciting or funny that has happened to you and your family in the past.
Good. Okay. So everyone, I want you to think about this. And next week, you are going to come to me with a story, okay, about something. All right. It doesn't have to be the most amazing story ever. Could be anything. For example, last week, Hakan told us about how he lost his cell phone. Was it your cell phone, Hakan, or your wallet? Cell phone, was it?
My cell phone, yes.
Yeah, you lost his cell phone while he was using his bike. Okay, he told me a story about that. Okay, so I need you to tell me a story, but it needs to last for about 1 minute. So there are 2 reasons why I want you to tell me the story. The first reason is, of course, I want you to practice your English. Okay, and there is another reason too. Maybe one you haven't thought of. I will tell you next week what that reason is. Okay, but there is a reason why I want you to have a story in mind that you can tell me. Okay, so that is for next week. All right. Okay, now we're going to do some writing. Again, very quickly, I will remind you of this. Okay. Again, I'm sure you all know this and you're probably tired of hearing me say it, but again, it is the formula for getting a good mark for this. By the way, Tone,
Yeah.
Tone, when
Yeah.
you did writing task 1 in the test, what did you have for task 1? What sort of exercise?
Mm,
Can you remember what it was? Was it a graph or a chart
I can't
or a
really.
table or a map? You can't remember.
It is a bar chart.
It was a chart of some sort.
Mm,
You mean a chart like
yeah.
a chart like this? Like
Yeah.
this?
Bar chart. Yeah.
A chart like this. Okay, you had a chart. Okay, good. All right. Remember everyone, paraphrase, overview, 2 detailed paragraphs, pot. All right. Remember when you are looking at any graph or chart, okay, you look at the key topic words in the title or the description. Okay. Tense, usually you are going to be using past tense, and you look at the axes. The axes, remember this one is the x-axis, and this one is the y-axis. Okay, just looking quickly at this graph, Tuk Lin.
Yes.
Okay, Tuk Lin, what is the x-axis measuring?
Mm, uh,
How many
I
what?
think
How many what? Just looking quickly at this and looking at the key, what is it measuring?
boys and the number of boys and girls.
Correct. Yes. Easy as that. Yes, correct. Number of boys and girls. Okay. Going up to 100. All right. But doesn't actually reach 100. Numbers of boys and girls. Okay. Hakan.
Yes.
Okay. Hakan, what is the y-axis
The
showing
activities,
us?
The activities
Yeah.
that the boy and girls did.
Correct. Correct. Okay. So not too difficult. All right. Very good. All right. What I need you to do now, okay, is to write for me. I will share this link with you. We're going to be doing some writing practice now for the rest of the lesson. Okay. I want you to write, paraphrase, okay, the first paraphrase what the graph is about. All right. And I want you to, and you can see I've started the sentence for you here. All right. I want you to tell me the main points of the graph. Paula,
Yes.
when we look at something overall for our second paragraph here, what sort of things are we always looking for?
The 2 axes and the numbers.
Yes, and then, but we're on to this one. So what are we actually looking for? What sort of thing?
Like the most noticeable difference between two subjects.
Correct, exactly correct. Okay, so everyone, as Paula said, what we're looking for is the most for your summary, okay, which is what this paragraph is about. The overview is just a summary of the most noticeable features of the graph or chart or table. Okay, just a quick summary in maybe 2, even 3 sentences, no more than 3 sentences. Okay, the most noticeable features. So what is biggest, maybe, what is smallest, what changes the most, what changes the least, that sort of thing. That is what you are looking for. Hakan,
Yes.
actually, how many minutes should you spend preparing your answer?
Oh, prepare.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Okay.
know that we should spend 20 minutes on this task.
Oh yeah, sorry. How of that 20 minutes, okay, yes, you have 20 minutes for the task. You are correct. But of that 20 minutes, how many minutes should you spend studying the graph, analyzing it? 5, correct, everyone, 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes to work out your answer. So you have 20 minutes in the test to do this exercise. The first 5 minutes, you have time to spend working out the answer because you only have to write how many words, Knock? How many words for task 1?
150 words.
Correct. You only have to write 150 words, which actually isn't very many. Okay, it's maybe only about 15 lines, 15, 16 lines of writing, not much. So everyone, I'm just going to send you the link. Okay, can you see that, Knock?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So everyone, you remember how to do this. We haven't done this for a while. Please click on the link. Okay, please click on the link and then write in here, all right, what your paraphrase is. Is there anyone? I'll make it a bit bigger there, easier to see. Now, is there anyone who is not sure what you are supposed to be doing? Okay, you start off with these words, okay? This graph, I'm sure you all know what the next word is. Okay, this word, this graph is what? Then the next paragraph, you can use overall, or it can be clearly seen that. I've made this one a little bit harder, okay? So you have obviously 3 things here to look at. All right, everyone, I'm going to give you to do this 10 minutes, 10 minutes, which should be plenty of time to paraphrase the title of the graph and to write an overview. And of that 10 minutes, if this was a test, you would have 5 minutes just to look at it and decide what it is telling you, then 5 minutes just to write the first 2 paragraphs. Tuklin, I know I haven't done this with you much before. Does this make sense to you, Tuklin?
Yes.
You know what you have to do? Good. Okay. Please ask me if you have any questions.
Okay.
Hello, Bhutan. Bhutan.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had joined us. How are you, Bhutan?
I'm good.
Good. Can you turn your camera on, please, so I can see you?
Yes.
Okay, that's nearly 5 minutes, everyone. Nearly 5 minutes. So 5 more minutes. Okay, knock.
Yes.
I think you need to make a second paragraph. Okay.
Yes.
Start a new paragraph. After you've done your paraphrase, make your next sentence into a separate paragraph. That's right. Yeah. So it is very clear to the examiner, okay, that is your overview. All right. So they can see straight away. That's better. Yeah, like that. And remember, when I say paragraph, everyone, maybe your first paragraph is only one sentence. That's okay. Okay, that still counts as one paragraph. So your overview should be a second paragraph. Even if your paraphrase was only one sentence, make your overview into a separate paragraph. So it is very clear to anyone reading it that you have done a separate paragraph. All right, 3 more minutes and you should have finished. 3 more minutes. All right, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. One more minute. 1. Okay, everyone, time is up. All right, now I'm going to quickly go through and correct each of you one by one. Okay, Hakan, you are first, please.
Hello.
Okay, Hakan, can you please read for me what you have written?
The graph describes the number of people regularly watching six sport event divided into 3 age groups. It is
Okay.
the
Yeah,
number
keep going.
of people watching athletics was always the lowest during the recent period. Additionally, the figure of people watching tennis experienced the most significant change.
Ah, that's interesting. Let's have a look. I just want to check that. Figure of it watching tennis experienced the most significant change.
Is increase the increase the I mean that it although it's not the highest number, but it increased the most.
The most. Okay. I probably wouldn't describe that as a change, Hakan. Yes, you could say, obviously, the number of tennis, okay? Tennis is the most popular sport, okay, for people to watch.
Okay.
But it hasn't, when you say change, change means you are comparing it to something else.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that this graph doesn't really compare one thing to another, even though I know we are comparing different sports, but it hasn't changed that much. All you can really say about tennis is that it's the most popular sport for people to watch.
Oh, okay.
All right, is how I would say it. And just remember, Hakan, okay, remember, what should this be? Hakan, please? This T here.
Capital
T.
letters.
Capital letters, yes. Okay. Remember, they will take a mark off you if you do that in the exam. Please remember your capitals. All right. Okay. So this is fine, Hakan. This is okay. All right. Your paraphrase is okay. The number of people that was always lowest during the research period. Another way of saying this, Hakan, would be the least popular. The least popular. Okay. All right. There are several ways to say that, but I would probably say athletics is the least popular sport. And obviously tennis is the most popular. All right, are the main things I would get out of this. And you could also say that for older people, tennis was the most popular spectator sport. All right, for people 41 plus years.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I trying to say, Hakan? Let me see. Okay, so you've got that. Athletics is lowest. Okay, tennis is the highest. All right, those are the most significant things. And you could also say that watching sport, okay, is not so popular with people aged between 15 to 25.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
You can see here for every sport, okay, 15 to 25 is the lowest, has the lowest number of people. In fact, no one in 15 to 25 watches golf at all.
Okay.
So those are the three most significant things. Okay, thank you, Hakan. Paula, please. Paula, can you read for me?
This graph demonstrates how many people divided by 3 groups of age regularly watch 6 types of sports, namely soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket.
Okay, thank you, Paula. So there's one thing wrong with this. One thing wrong with this. What is this? How can you say that, okay, in a shorter phrase? Instead of saying 3 groups of age, What can you say?
3
3.
age group.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You always say in English, you always say age groups. Okay. You never say 3 groups of age. Okay. Always age groups, 3 age groups. Okay. Like saying what age group do you belong to, Paula? What age group? You belong to under 25. Okay. You are under 25. Okay. I don't say to you, what group of age do you belong to, Paula? I just say, what age group do you belong to? Okay. Continue, please, Paula. Thank you.
Overall, the number of individuals that are over 41 watching tennis exceeds those who are between 15 to 35 years old.
Keep going. Yep.
Tennis is the most popular sporting event to people above 41 years old. Youngsters and people that are in their 20s prefer watching soccer. Rugby is favored among 26 to 40-year-old watchers. Furthermore, all 3 groups of people list preferred athletics.
Okay. Good. Good. I just want to check something. Over 41 watching tennis. Okay. It needs to be, we're talking past tense. I think, Paula, is probably the best way to look at that. Is best way to describe this? Is
Okay.
past tense. Okay. In which case, what should exceed be?
Exceeded.
Correct. Okay. So I think it's just about always best for these exercises to use past tense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. While tennis was the most popular sport in the 20s, preferred watching soccer. Correct. And you're correct here already. So you had a mix of past and present tense. Okay. So best to keep it all in past tense. All right. But that's good, Paula. You've picked up all the main details. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, Tone, please.
Yeah, this graph gives information about the number of people in thousands in 3 age groups who watch soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket events regularly.
Okay, Tone, maybe the only thing I would change, Tone, is I would actually name the 3 age groups. Maybe. Okay, if you wanted to make it a little bit more so you know exactly, okay, what you are talking about. But that is just a small point, Tone. Well, what you have got is correct. Okay, but I might possibly, if I wanted to use up some more words, just name the age groups. As in, what I mean by that is just saying 15 to 25, 26 to 40, and 41 plus. Okay, please keep going, Tone.
Overall, people over 41 years old watch tennis, golf, and cricket the most, while much fewer 15 to 20 years old teenagers watch them, especially there are no teenagers watching golf.
Okay. Especially there are no teenagers watching golf. How would I change that? It's not just, yes. So it's not just teenagers, Tone. That's the only thing to be careful of. It is people under 25. All right. So again, if I wanted to be completely accurate, I would say there are no people under 25 watching golf. Do you understand what I mean? So not just teenagers, people under 25 should be. Okay, but the rest of that is fine. Thank you, Tone. Tuk Lin, please.
Okay. This graph illustrates the 3 groups of age of people who regularly watch sporting events such as soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket.
Okay.
This can be...
Sorry,
Okay.
Tuk Lin, I will just correct you there. So did you hear what I said to Paula? Did you about this? Did you hear what I said to her about this? Instead of saying group of age of people, you can be much simpler in English, all right? Okay, you just say 3 age groups. Age groups. Does that make sense? See
Yes.
what I'm doing? 3
Yes.
age groups, okay? 3 age groups. Then you can get rid of all of this, all right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, much simpler. Remember, always trying to be simple. This graph illustrates the 3 age groups who regularly watch sporting events such as, okay, this word here is pronounced athletics. Athletics.
Okay.
Athletics, and just be careful, cricket doesn't have an S on the end.
Okay.
Okay, in the test, they might take a mark off you for that, just for not copying it correctly. Okay, if you write crickets instead of cricket. All right, please continue.
It can be clearly seen that tennis is the most favorite sport that everyone from 15 years old to 41 plus years old regularly watches.
Okay,
However,
great sentence, Tuklin. Great sentence. The only thing I change in this sentence, okay, because you've already said years old here, okay?
yes.
You already have years. You don't need to say it again.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so again, that can go because you've already said it once. So everyone from 15 years old to 41 plus regularly watches. Okay. Okay, keep going, please.
However, athletic are the least attractive of 6 sporting events. Maybe golf doesn't have any attraction with a group of people from 15 years old to 25 years old, so that no one in that group watches these sporting events.
Okay, just a couple of things to correct here. This is a good try, Tuklin. Okay, good try. Athletics is plural. Okay, so it needs to be
yes, I
is.
forgot it.
Yeah, athletics is plural, so it needs to be is. Athletics is the least attractive of the 6 sporting events. Maybe you don't need to say maybe. Okay. Okay, because the graph definitely shows it. Okay, so maybe means maybe,
not sure.
maybe not. Yeah, maybe means you're not sure. Okay, but in this case, you can see the graph is sure. Okay, so you can see that no one under 25 watches golf. Okay, definitely no one.
Yeah.
You can see from the graph.
Okay.
So you would say golf, I'll just correct it very quickly. Golf doesn't. And again, do you remember what KIS stands for, Tuklin?
KIS?
Yes, the acronym KIS. I've said this before. KIS, do you remember? KISS, KISS, KISS. Do you remember what KIS stands for? Keep. Okay, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Remember, KISS. KISS is an easy word to remember. All right, KISS. KIS, keep it simple. All right, so we're always looking to write the simple sentence, okay, not too complicated. So golf doesn't attract. Okay, I don't need this about the group. Golf doesn't attract people from 15 years old to 25 years old. Okay. Okay, so to make it more simple, I can take out all those words. All right.
Okay.
And change that into another sentence. Golf doesn't attract people from 15 to 25 years old. No one in that group watches this sporting event. All right. So the only thing you missed out was, actually, not really. No, Not, I won't worry about that. So you can see, Tuklin, just how I have made your sentences more simple, all right? By
Yes.
taking out some words and taking out that maybe. All right.
Yes.
We are sure. You can see from the graph that golf definitely nobody watches if you are under 25. Okay, does that all make sense, Tuklin?
Yes.
Great. Okay, you did well. Okay. What does KIS stand for, Tuklin?
Keep it simple.
Great. Okay. Michael, please. Michael.
This graph demonstrates the number of individuals observing sporting events divided by 6 groups, such as soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket.
Okay, same thing, Michael. So I'll go from the back. Take the S of crickets. Okay.
Oh,
It
I
is cricket.
forgot.
Yeah. Okay, but remember in a test, they might take a mark off you for that. Okay, divided into. Okay,
Oh,
the preposition is into, not by.
okay.
Divided into. Okay, the collocation is usually divided into. You divide things into something. Okay, and again, better observing is a good try at a synonym, Michael. Excellent try at a synonym, just not so accurate in when you are talking about watching TV. Okay, you don't observe TV. Okay, you watch TV. So observing isn't quite right as a synonym for watching TV. Okay, so better just to stay with watching instead of observing. Okay, next paragraph, please, Michael.
Okay. Overall, athletics seems to possess the lowest number of viewers for every age group, while tennis seems to be attracting the most viewers throughout the period. Moreover, sports doesn't appear to be very attractive for the 15 to 25 age.
Okay, that's good, Michael. Your second paragraph is pretty good. Again, I will use KISS, okay, just to make it a bit better. Remember what, okay, remember what does KISS?
Simple.
Yeah, keep it simple. So in this case, because the graph definitely shows figures, you don't need to say seems to, okay? So in this case, instead of seems to, you just have this.
Oh.
Has, and that can go too. Okay, because you can see looking at the graph, this is definitely true. Okay, if you say seems to, it's like before Tuklin said maybe. Okay, maybe you are not sure, so seems to. In this case, the graph is very definite. It shows that athletics has the lowest number of viewers for every age group, while tennis, okay, while tennis exactly the same. Tennis attracts the most viewers throughout the period. Okay, see how I've made that simpler? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Otherwise that's good, Michael. That's good. Okay, Cho Zhang, please. Cho Zhang.
The paragraph reveals the number of people who regularly watch 6 sorts of sporting events: soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket.
Okay. Yep, keep going.
Overall, people in 41 plus make up the majority of following the tennis, golf, and the cricket events, while people in 26 to 40 age are into rugby and athletics. However, only a few people from 15 to 20.
Hello, Cho Zhang. Can you hear me?
To 21 often watch all of 6 events.
Okay, just a couple of corrections here, Cho Zhang. Okay, people you need to say in the 41 plus age group. Okay. to make it clear. Oops, sorry, wrong place. 41 plus. Okay, so you need to say 41 plus age group, Chozang. This word here, Chozang, is pronounced rugby, rugby. Okay, just so you know for the future, rugby. Can you say that, please, Chozang?
Rugby.
Correct, rugby, rugby. Okay, people in 41 plus age group make up the majority, okay, following tennis, golf, and cricket events, while people in the 26 to 40 age group are into rugby and athletics. However, only a few people from 15 to 25 often watch all, and you don't need of there, okay? Okay, Chozhang?
Yes.
Okay, do my changes make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Chozhang. Knock, please.
I'm here.
Okay, whenever you're ready, please.
Okay, so the graph illustrates the number of people in 3 age groups regularly attending 6 sports events, namely soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket.
Okay, keep going.
Overall, the majority of people attending sports events is those who are in the 48 plus age group, while people from 15 to 25 years old are not fans of sports events.
Okay, so just a couple of changes here. This needs to be are those, okay? Not is in this. If you're going to use it like the way you have, needs to be are. People attending sports events are those who are in the 41 plus age groups, while people from 15 to 25 years old, okay, are not fans of sports events. That is not quite true, not because some of them, okay, there are some of them who do watch some sports events, for example, rugby. So you would need to qualify that slightly by saying something like not simple word like this, big fans of sports events. So the only thing I think you missed, Knock, was that you need to say from this graph, what is the most popular sport? What is the most popular sport, looking at the graph?
I think it is tennis.
Yes, it is. So you need to say that, okay?
Yes.
So overall, tennis is the most popular sport, all right? So that is the main thing to take out of this graph. Tennis is the most popular, okay? And athletics is the least popular. So those are the two main things from the graph. Does that make sense, Nok?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sung Ha, please. Sung Ha.
The graph shows the number of people who regularly watch soccer, tennis, rugby, athletics, and cricket in 3 different age groups.
Okay,
Overall,
good.
people
Yep,
over
good.
41 are the most common audience watching sporting events, and people from 15 to 25 years old have the less numbers.
Okay, Sung Ha, not bad. Okay, not too bad. Okay, this one, so your first paraphrase is good. All right, I don't need to change anything. Overall, people over 41, okay, are the most common audiences. Yeah, that's okay. People, you would have to say between not from, and people between 15 to 25. Okay, years old have the lowest is actually better English. Okay, not least. Okay, Zungha?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Bhutan.
Yeah. This graph shows the number of people from three groups of age who regularly watch soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, athletics, and cricket.
Okay, Bhutan. So remember, I said to two of the others, what can I turn this into? Instead of groups of age, what is a simpler way of saying that? You know?
I don't know.
Okay, it is this. Okay, can you see what I've done, Bhutan? Age groups, from 3 age groups. So in English, you always say age groups, not groups of age, all right? Okay, keep reading, please, Bhutan.
Overall, people from the age 15 to 25 years old usually have a lower rate of watching sporting events than the rest. People over 41 years old watching tennis, golf, and cricket the most.
Okay, so here I just changed it slightly. People from the age of 15, you need this preposition here, from the age of 15 to 25 years old, okay, usually have a lower rate of watching sports events than the rest. People over 41 years old, okay, and just change the word. Watch tennis, golf, and cricket the most. Okay, now that is better, Bhutan. So just a couple of small changes there, all right? I've put the preposition in there from the age of, again, is a very common collocation, and this needs to be watch, not watching. Okay, thank you, everyone. Sorry, we've gone a little bit over time this afternoon, but I wanted to get finished with all of that. Does anyone have any questions for me before we finish this afternoon? Okay, thank you everyone for coming to the lesson today. As always, it's lovely to see all of you. Okay, I hope your lesson has been okay for you. And please remember the homework for next week is to think of a story to tell me, a story. Okay, speak for about 1 minute. So we're going to be doing that next week. So again, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a good week coming up, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Mr. Rick.
Bye.
Bye.
À,
Bye.
Bye-bye.